The underwater Leviathans, Japan's secret. I-400, Mission the Pacific Ghost. August 1945. The war is ending, but for the crew of the USS Blue, the shock is just beginning. Rising from the depths of the Pacific is a silhouette so massive it defies logic. It's longer than a football field. It carries an armored hangar on its deck. This is not just a submarine. It's an underwater aircraft carrier. The Americans had no idea the Japanese had built something this big. It was the I-400, the most ambitious naval project of World War II. A machine designed to cross the globe undetected and strike the American heartland. Yamamoto's desperate gambit. 1942. Admiral Yamamoto, the architect of Pearl Harbor, knows Japan is running out of time. He needs a silver bullet. He envisions a fleet of submarines that can carry bombers directly to the U.S. East Coast, hitting New York, Washington, D.C., and the Panama Canal. He calls it the Sen-Toku project. While the world focused on battleships, Yamamoto was looking into the future of power projection, engineering the impossible. How do you make a 6,500-ton submarine stable enough to carry an aircraft hangar? The Japanese engineers came up with a revolutionary figure-8 double-hull design. It featured two parallel cylindrical hulls joined together. This provided the massive internal volume needed for the crew of 150 and the massive engines, while the top deck housed a 115-foot-long waterproof hangar. This hangar was a masterpiece of space-saving engineering. It held three Aichi M6A1 Seran bombers, their wings folded tight against their bodies like origami. The Seran. Mountain fog. The aircraft themselves were just as special. The Seran, meaning mountain fog, was designed specifically for the I-400. To launch quickly after surfacing, the plane's engines were preheated with hot oil while still underwater. Once the sub surfaced, the crew had just 7 minutes to roll the planes out, unfold the wings, and launch them from a massive compressed air catapult. The world's first stealth sub. The I-400 wasn't just big, it was a ghost. Decades before the B-2 bomber, Japan developed an anti-sonar coating. It was a thick, black substance made of rubber and sawdust, designed to absorb Allied sonar waves. Underwater, the I-400 was nearly invisible to the primitive sonars of the time. It was the birth of stealth technology in naval warfare. Mission: Panama. The target was the Panama Canal. If Japan could destroy the Gatun locks, they would cut the U.S. supply line between the Atlantic and Pacific for years. The pilots trained for months, practicing low-altitude torpedo runs. But by the time the I-400 and its sister ship I-401 set sail, the war was already lost. The mission was diverted to attack the U.S. fleet at Ulithi Atoll in a final suicide strike. The Surrender and the Secret. August 15, 1945. The Emperor surrenders. The captains of the 400 fleet receive a heartbreaking order: destroy the planes and surrender. the crew pushed their beautiful Siran bombers into the ocean, watching their hopes sink into the deep. When the U.S. took control, they were horrified. They realized that if the war had lasted 6 more months, these subs could have launched biological weapons, using the plague or anthrax against U.S. cities. To keep the technology out of Soviet hands, the U.S. secretly torpedoed and sank the captured subs off the coast of Hawaii in 1946. They lay forgotten for over 60 years. Today, every nuclear submarine carrying cruise missiles is a descendant of the I-400. It was the ultimate what-if of the war. A titan that came too late to save an empire, but changed the future of the ocean forever. Next time, we go back to the drawing board of the Third Reich to see a weapon that used the sun itself as a magnifying glass. The Sun Gun. Subscribe to see the fire from the stars.